I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go.
Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, Ana Navarro, and the other hosts of The View are becoming increasingly desperate and more insane in their defense of Joe Biden. They said some pretty outrageous things recently in defense of Joe Biden and saying that he should stay in the race despite so many people calling for him to drop out. Ana Kasparian, Cenk Uygur of the Young Turks, they broke all of this down. Let's get into it.
Their tactics, unfortunately, worked back in 2020. I don't think it's gonna work this time around.
There's no chance it's gonna work.
And by the way, loyalists to Biden are still attempting to engage in the same smear tactics. So I want to go to the final video here. This is Ana Navarro on The View today. Watch.
For the last 8 days, it feels to me, I have seen nothing but breathless reporting. It almost feels like media malpractice of them trying to score the winning goal against Biden. Who can have the gotcha moment? They've been splicing, dicing, cubing everything he says, putting on a microscopic slide, and then looking at it under all sorts of magnifying glasses. Look. Joe Biden is the nominee. He is the human being standing between us and Donald Trump. I think Democrats need to stop making the case against Joe Biden and start making the case against Donald Trump.
Are they having a difficult time understanding that if you want to make the case that Trump shouldn't be the president, then you'd want the strongest possible Democrat to run against Donald Trump? Someone who is displaying just these jarring signs of cognitive decline, mental decline, is not the best candidate to run against Donald Trump. And the reason why they're panicking and the reason why they want to silence the critics and those who are concerned is because this cover up has been going on so long that it wasn't until the debate that people finally woke up to the reality, okay? Way late in the game, I get it, but it's not too late to replace him. The thing is, he's delusional, and so are the people who are backing him right now.
But the reason that Ana Navarro, Whoopi Goldberg, Mika Brzezinski, Joe Scarborough, and the rest don't want to tell you about how you've been tricked is because they're the people who tricked you.
Exactly.
They were the ones driving the getaway car. So they're all friends with him. And Whoopi Goldberg on that same show today said, I don't care if Joe Biden poops his pants and can't function at all.
Then let's not have a president at all.
Okay, I'm going to stop right here for just 1 second because Ana Kasparian and Cenk Uygur, they didn't actually show the clip of Whoopi Goldberg saying this on The View, that she didn't care if Joe Biden poops his pants. I'm going to drop that clip in here. So Ana Navarro on The View doubled down in her defense of Joe Biden, but that wasn't enough for Whoopi Goldberg. Whoopi Goldberg's response to that was, hold my beer.
Listen, I'm just gonna add my 2 cents because I wasn't here on the day that y'all talked about it. I don't care if he's pooped his pants. I don't care if he can't put a sentence together. Show me he can't do the job, and then I'll say, okay, maybe it's time to go. Now, he had a bad night the first time that he went out and debated with Kamala Harris. And everybody wanted him to quit then, say you can't talk to women like this, or you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong. He came back, said, you know what, I got it, and gave 4 years. So yeah, I have poopy days all the time. I step in so much poo you can't even imagine. Now, I'm not running the world, but I don't know anybody who doesn't step in stuff at some point. So I'm just simply saying, yeah, there are 2 debates. And if he can't do what he needs to do for the second debate, I'll join any crew that says get rid of him. But loyalty to me.
The second debate, Whoopi, isn't until September. So you're asking people to wait until September to decide whether Biden should stay in the race or not, when 80% of the country is saying he needs to drop out, that he's too old and in too, not just too old, but in too bad of mental shape in order to continue. You're going to wait until September that would be absolute insanity to try to get another, you would have so little time to get another candidate in there to do anything if they're wanting to win this election.
If you are doing the job, I might not like everything you're doing. I don't like it all. But I'm going to stand behind you like those guys stand behind the guy who should have been the person people were talking about saying, yeah, Biden had a bad day, but this guy couldn't tell the truth if it split his lip. But nobody said that, but Anna said that, I believe, or something. She's not quite as colorful as I am. But the question now is...
Give me a chance.
The question now is, because lots of Democrats are coming out saying, find somebody else. But when we tried to do that with DT, this is my new way of just describing him. When we said, listen, he shouldn't be on the ballot. Everybody said, no. The people chose him. We can't take him off the ballot. Well, I don't understand why anybody thinks it's going to be any easier to take Biden off the ballot. But I want to say something.
So that gives you the whole context here of what Whoopi Goldberg had to say. I wanted to share the whole thing instead of just a few seconds soundbite. But this is what so many Americans have been saying for the last few years. We've had 3 elections in a row with Donald Trump. We've had the past 2 now with Biden and Donald Trump. And yes, you have the people who are big fans of either one of these guys, but the majority of the country is saying, we have 330 million people. Are there not 2 other people that we can find to do this job? They're both too old, both of them. Yes, Donald Trump seems much younger than Joe Biden, but he's still almost 80 years old. Should our standard not be above somebody who is pooping his pants? I mean, should we not have higher standards than that, Whoopi? But Whoopi Goldberg and these other people on The View and these other people in the media, and then you have on the other side the right-wing media who's going to defend Donald Trump no matter what. They're lying to all of us. They're not telling us the truth, and they've known for a long time that Joe Biden wasn't mentally up to the task, and they've been hiding it. And now it's almost too late. But let's hear more of what Ana Kasparian and Cenk Uygur had to say about this.
If the role of the president of the United States is really that useless, then we shouldn't even have an executive branch. We shouldn't have an executive. We should not have a president of the United States. If it's that useless, if it's that worthless.
Anna, you're getting to one of the points I wanted to make. Okay, so number one, you're not gonna win an election if you say our guy's gonna poop his pants every day, but don't worry, vote for him anyway.
Insane.
How insane is this? I mean, Cenk Uygur is exactly right. How insane is it for Whoopi Goldberg to go on TV and say it's okay to have a president who poops his pants? I mean, this is just, they're not living in a rational world.
Insane.
If you can't see that that's not gonna win the election, you're purposely blind or a blithering idiot. And I don't think they're idiots, they're purposely blind because they're part of this scheme, right? So, but the second point is, there are 2 main planks in this election are Donald Trump's a liar, but now we see Joe Biden lying about his mental health, obviously, when 8 out of 10 Americans think he's not mentally healthy enough. And then when they double down on that lie, what they're saying to 8 out of 10 Americans, the people who are going to decide this election, is, oh yeah, we think you're idiots. We think you're seeing it wrong. No, he's perfectly healthy and young. It's your fault for seeing it that way.
You're helping Trump. You're helping Trump.
Do you think that's a winning strategy? Okay, but last one is to the point that Anna was making. It's a really good point. Because think about it. Their second big talking for the point for the election is democracy's on the line. But now they're saying, who cares if the president functions or not? We're gonna have the same government either way. So wait, do we have a democracy or don't we have a democracy? And I thought you cared about democracy. And now you're saying, I don't mind if the president's a vegetable because we don't really have a democracy anyway. It is devastating. It is hypocrisy like I've never seen before. And I've seen them be massively hypocritical before. So this is the core of the most establishment media in the country going, we don't care, we're still gonna lie to you. and we're still gonna pretend that Biden's fine, and we think you're a bunch of suckers and that you'll believe it. And at the end, you'll vote for our guy, even if you guys don't think that he's mentally healthy enough.
Wrong again, Bob.
Yeah, you're wrong. And all of you, all of those people who are defending Biden now in media, you're all guilty. When Donald Trump wins in a landslide that's gonna give him a mandate to totally destroy this government, we're gonna play those tapes over and over and over again. I'm going to humiliate every single person in mainstream media that said Biden should be the candidate until they're driven from the airwaves and live the rest of their lives in deep shame for what they've done.
I think Cenk Uygur and Ana Kasparian are totally right with what they're saying here. The one area where I would say that Cenk Uygur is wrong is none of these people will be living in shame. Nobody will say, nobody in mainstream media is going to say to Whoopi Goldberg or Sunny Hostin or Ana Navarro or any of these other people on The View or on any of these other shows or networks, hey, you were wrong. Maybe you need to just go home and stop being on TV and in the media. No, they're going to continue to collect their millions of dollars. Whoopi Goldberg, Sunny Hostin, they're all going to continue to be treated like they know something. So that's the one area where I think they understand that as well, but that Cenk Uygur and Ana Kasparian thinking that there will be any consequences for Whoopi Goldberg and The View or any of these other media people, they're wrong about that. But what do you think? Do you agree with Ana Kasparian and Cenk Uygur on TYT? Is this insane, the things that these people are saying on TV to defend Joe Biden? Or is it okay to have a president that poops his pants? I never would have imagined a scenario in which people would be saying, oh, it's okay if the president poops his pants, but here we are with Whoopi Goldberg. Make sure to give me a like, a comment. Make sure to subscribe to the channel if you like this content so I can continue to have the channel grow, and I'll see you in the next video.